Welcome back to CAISTROLOGY, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Cailin, and today I'm going to be doing your April 2021 horoscope. Make sure you watch for your ascendant, sun and moon sign, and if you only have time to watch one today, I recommend that you watch your ascendant sign horoscope. On CAISTROLOGY, I also do tarot pick-a-card readings, tarot monthly predictions, and just a bit of housekeeping for today. There won't be any monthly tarot predictions for April 2021, but I will let you guys know when that will be returning. Without further ado, enjoy your April 2021 horoscope. Hi Leo, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your April 2021 horoscope. The month starts off with Mercury entering the sign of Aries on the 4th of April, which means it will be transiting your 9th house. With Mercury in your 9th house, you may meet some interesting people of a different cultural background to you. These people could have vastly different philosophical, spiritual, or religious beliefs, and you may find yourself learning a lot from these people that you meet. On a different level, you may be considering traveling abroad or even thinking about starting some kind of import or export business or trade. Now, on the 10th of April, Mars in Gemini in your 11th house will be squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house. This is a very brief transit, but the results can be quite damaging to your psychological state of mind. Now that you're aware of this transit, you can just try and fend off any kind of niggling doubts and worries that creep into your inner psyche. The reason that these are coming up because Neptune creates an illusory and almost delusional state of mind, and given that it's squaring Mars, this is relating to how you take action when it comes to your long-term goals and plans. So the effects of this transit can see you having some kind of doubts when it comes to your ability to pull off your long-term goals and ambitions. Now, on a different level, you may feel hurt or even misled by a friend or an older sibling, and something to watch out for is friends and older siblings asking you for money. Neptune can cause confusion, and it can definitely have this element of things not being quite what they seem. So just for this one day in particular, or even the day before and the day after, just be mindful of these things, and always remember, Leo, that just because you have a moment of doubt in your capabilities and your confidence, it is absolutely not a reflection of reality and of your capabilities. Now, on the 12th of April, there will be a new moon in Aries at 22 degrees, and this is in your 9th house. It's making a sextile to Mars in Gemini in your 11th house, and essentially, new moons indicate some kind of new beginning taking place. So this is really about planting the seeds over the next 4 weeks, but you may not see the culmination of this new moon until the full moon in Aries in 6 months' time, or maybe even the full moon in Aries in 18 months' time. So with this new moon, it can be about starting a new beginning with regard to your higher education, traveling abroad, studying abroad, and for some of you, this could even be about living abroad, because this sextile to Mars in Gemini, we see Mars being the ruler of your 4th house, and this is where you live, okay? So this sextile to Mars is supporting the notion that you can live abroad, you can study abroad. And for some of you, you may even have a new mentor or teacher enter your life. Now, they can be a mentor or a teacher in a regular institution of study, whether that's a university or college, or it could even be a religious or spiritual figure. Now, with this sextile to Mars in Gemini in your 11th house, we see there being some kind of financial support or even just emotional support for your long-term goals and aspirations. And this new mentor can kind of act as a benefactor in that they are investing in your long-term goals and dreams. Now, also on the 12th of April, we will see Venus in Aries in your 9th house, squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your 6th house. And this transit can result in there being some kind of ethical or moral tension between your spiritual and religious beliefs and your daily work environment. So some of you Leo, Sun, Moon and Risings may be unhappy with your boss or your working conditions because it may be at odds with your worldviews and your belief systems. Now, for some of you, you may be feeling like your current health conditions are impeding your ability to travel abroad or even pursue higher education. And certainly this transit can very well be linked with the new moon in Aries, where these niggling doubts and worries may see you actually manifest this new mentor or teacher or religious figure or spiritual figure in your life. Now, on the 15th of April, Venus will enter the sign of Taurus, which means it will be in your 10th house. With Venus in your 10th house, you will be perceived by your boss and by people in the public eye as being more attractive, being more diplomatic, and certainly with Mercury entering Taurus on the 19th of April, you will be seen as more communicative and you'll be better equipped to express your point of view to the public, and in the public eye, your communications will certainly be more effective. Now, something to be mindful of is that anything that you say or write during this time while Mercury is in the sign of Taurus in your 10th house, it will be more visible to the public. So if you post a comment on someone's Instagram which wasn't very friendly, this is something which can be blown up and circulated. So just be mindful of whatever you're putting out online, especially during this time. Now, on the 20th of April, the Sun will enter the sign of Taurus, which means that the Sun will be in your 10th house. So with the Sun, Mercury and Venus all in your 10th house, you will be very, very visible in the public eye, and you will be noticed by your boss and by upper level management. And this is actually a time where you can receive a promotion. It could be big, it could be small. It really depends on your personal chart, Leo. Certainly if you have your midheaven in the sign of Taurus, this is a big indicator for receiving more responsibilities at work, but you definitely don't need to have your midheaven in Taurus to receive this kind of a result with having those 3 planets in your 10th house. Some of you may actually become your own boss during this period of time as well. So on the 23rd of April, we will see Mars entering the sign of Cancer, which means it will be in your 12th house, and it will actually be in Cancer for 7 weeks until the 11th of June. With Mars in your 12th house, it acts like a piercer of veils. So this can be your connection to the other side. This can be your connection to loved ones who have passed over, your spirit guides, accessing your higher self and your higher wisdom. In doing so, you can actually receive messages of importance via your dreams, via meditation, or even creating art and music, or certainly listening to music as well. With Mars in Cancer in your 12th house, you may be doing some kind of deep research over the next 7 weeks, and some of you may even be working on getting rid of some kind of addiction which you have been struggling with. Another way that this can play out is having disturbed sleep for the next couple of months, and the reason for that is that Mars is working at resolving any kind of deep-seated psychological issue, and this is at a subconscious level. So the more conscious work that you do, Leo, and by that I mean doing your own meditation, journaling, studying your astrological birth chart, even receiving an astrological reading or a tarot reading, all of this is conscious work to understand yourself at an inner level. So doing this conscious shadow work, as we call it, means that You are utilizing Mars in Cancer in your 12th house in a beneficial way. If you don't do any of this conscious introspection, you will find that your sleep is disturbed because your subconscious self is trying to nut out these issues and work through these problems and these things which have been causing you some kind of inner tension and inner anxiety. Now, on the 24th of April, Venus will be conjunct Uranus in Taurus, and this is in your 10th house. The very next day, that was on the 23rd of April. The very next day, on the 24th of April, Mercury will be conjunct Uranus in Taurus in your 10th house. So I'm going to interpret both of these at once. With these two conjunctions happening nearly 2 days apart, you can see there being some kind of unexpected team leadership position becoming available to you. The reason for that is that Venus rules your 3rd house, and your 3rd house represents teamwork, schoolmates, teammates, and projects. Now, because it's occurring in your 10th house, this can be interpreted as a position of authority and leadership. So you can be spearheading your own team. And because Uranus is involved, this will come across as something which is unexpected. So your boss may contact you out of the blue. They may send you an email or a text, or just bring you into their office and sit you down and say, hey, this is a sudden opportunity that's come up, take it or leave it. Now, another way that this transit can play out is that you can receive sudden news of a promotion or an increase in your salary. And that's because Mercury is the ruler of your 2nd house, which is your finances and your income, and your 11th house, which represents your salary and your gains and rewards. Now, for some of you, you may actually get news of a new job posting with great pay that becomes available. This could be on some kind of job seeker website. It could be news via someone in your wider network. It could even be your older sibling who brings this to your attention. Now, the nature of this transit, Leo, is that it is sudden. You have to act on this quickly, and that is the influence of Uranus, okay? So if you get offered a sudden position of leadership, or you see a job listing or posting, as I mentioned, you absolutely have to act on it immediately, Leo, because this opportunity will not be on the table for long. It may be like a 24-hour thing, or someone else may snap it up quickly. So just listen to your gut. If it seems like a great opportunity, just roll with it. Now, on the 27th of April, there will be a full moon in Scorpio, and it's in your 4th house. It's at 7 degrees, and we're also going to see the sun in Taurus being conjunct Uranus in your 10th house. Full moons always indicate the ending of some kind of chapter or cycle in our lives. Now, considering that this is in your 4th house of home and your living circumstances, some of you Leos may be selling a property or settling on a property. Now, once again, we have the influence of Uranus here, which means that there's some kind of unexpected element to this full moon. So there could be a change in plan. That could be in timing. The settlement date may be brought forward unexpectedly. It may be delayed unexpectedly, or there could be last minute changes to the contract. So just be aware of that. Now, on a different note, if you are currently renting, or even if you have your own investment property, there can definitely be unexpected changes when it comes to your tenancy agreement, whether you are the one renting or you are, as I said, the landlord. So your tenants may leave unexpectedly. They may break lease. They may want to make changes to the existing lease. If you're the one that's renting, your landlord may be changing things up on you, okay? They may say that you suddenly have to vacate, that they're suddenly selling the property, or that they want to move into the property. So just be mindful, okay? So this is the 27th of April, but you may experience this influence a week or two before or even a week or two after. Now, with this full moon in Scorpio, some of you may actually resolve some kind of deep-seated emotional issue, and this could be in relation to your relationship with one or both of your parents. And lastly, this could actually lead to a sudden discovery of information about your ancestry, which was previously hidden from you. And that's because Scorpio rules secrets. The fourth house rules your ancestry and your lineage, and once again, Uranus rules anything which is sudden and unexpected. So Leo, that's all I have for you for April 2021. If you enjoyed this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me at CAISTROLOGY, please subscribe to my channel. Enjoy April 2021, and I will see you guys next month.